Hello everybody and welcome back to X3. In this episode I'm going to try and start my station building empire. I think I mentioned in the last episode that I was going to talk about sector trading and universal trading. Well, let me tell you why I'm not going to do that right now. I did a test run before I started recording with 3 different trading ships. I got them all the Trade MK3 software, which is essentially what you need to give them. It's like giving them a pilot that levels up, and that pilot will then automatically be able to find the best deals for you. Starting off at level 1, they are considered a sector trader, which means you give them a sector. Let's say like I wanted them to trade in Argon Prime, I would give them that sector, and then they would be confined in that sector and try to find the best deals in there. Then eventually the pilot will level up to, I think it's level 5 or 6, and then they become a universal trader, and at that point they can find the best deals all across the galaxy or the universe or whatever. And in the vanilla game, not this modded one, that is, I think, a very easy and an effective way to make a lot of money, especially when you don't really have to do much to do it, because the Trade MK software is only about 500,000 credits. You can also blacklist sectors, meaning you can tell that ship what sectors to never go to, so you definitely want to target, like, I always put pirate sectors, or even sectors that are just bordering pirate space. I would always put as blacklist. And in the vanilla game, I had a successful trading fleet of like 20 to 30 trading vessels, all with, MK3 software. They were all universal traders. They made a ton of money. It's an excellent way to do it in the vanilla game. In this game, in the modded version that I'm playing with, the Trade MK software 3 is, I think it's 3.5 million to, actually, let me see if I can just find that out real quick. Is that available here? I don't think it's available here, where I'm currently parked at. But I believe it's like 3.5 million, as opposed to 500,000 credits. Also, what you gotta consider is that the pirates in this modded version are a lot more aggressive. So, like, I've seen pirates in what's considered a lot of these core security level worlds, meaning core is, it's more heavily patrolled by that faction's military, and typically, at least as far as I can remember, in the vanilla game, you didn't really see many pirates in the core sectors. So I had my test run, my test trading ships in core sectors, and the pirates still killed them within a couple hours. So they didn't even make the money required to put them out there. They didn't even make 3.5 million just for the Trade MK software, let alone the cost of the ship. I all gave them jump drives. I told them to immediately jump to safety as soon as they got in combat, because you can tell them that too. And even with that, the pirates were able to destroy these ships before they could jump to safety. So, with how aggressive the pirates are and how much more powerful they are, and how the fact that you can find them anywhere, like no sector seems to be really safe, I'm going to say maybe you should steer clear away from the sector and universal traders until at least you can have an escort that follows them around. And by escort, I mean another ship that has a jump drive. Because in the vanilla game, fighters could have jump drives, but they cannot in this one, so you cannot have just a group of fighters following them around. So like a Centaur, which is what I'm currently piloting right now, maybe you can have that follow them around. But even still, that's a Centaur that's like 16 million just to follow around your trading ship. It's going to take a lot of time for that trader to get the money back for his ship, the software, and the escort that you paid for to escort it around the the universe. So again, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm instead going to focus on trying to get my stations up. And I'm going to start in Argon space, which is going to be this area over here. The Argons also control this area of space over here, but again, this is currently heavily in war right now. The Terrans, which are north of here, are always all through these entire sectors. I mean, they even make it down to Argon sector M148, which is insane considering that the Terrans start, way up here. They somehow managed to even come down here. So I'm not probably going to build any of my stations in this area because of the Terran invasion. I'm instead going to focus on building them here. So I'm going to start by trying to find an asteroid where we can build a good mining facility on. And to do that, well, it's probably going to be me fumbling around here because, again, with the modded version that I'm playing, certain software that I need to scout Well, we'll get into that. Anyway, I'm going to first buy a fast ship, which I think is going to be a Discoverer. So let me buy a Discoverer M.
Products are not ship ordered at shipyard.
So typically what I use the Discoverers for are, well, what I'm going to be using them for in this video, and that is send them around and find very rich asteroids for me to mine, because they are very fast ships, one of the fastest ships that I know of in the game, and they're very efficient at doing that task, as well as deploying satellites, which I may get into in this video as well. Alright, so I bought the ship from this shipyard here. I can upgrade it. Let's see. I can buy mosquito missiles. I don't really need to. I don't think it's going to be getting into any combat. Same thing with the shields. Though I suppose I could give it... whatever. Never mind. I will give it the cargo bay extension because I do want it to have navigation satellites in its cargo hold. I'll, of course, do that and increase the rudder optimization. Alright, so I'm trying to remember. I think I need... not the ore collector. I need like an ore... it's not an advanced scanner. Maybe this place doesn't even have what I need. Oh wait, right there, mineral scanner. Okay, so we're going to install a mineral scanner, which should allow me to, well, scan asteroids and see what the yield is for them. I always buy MK software 1 for all my ships. That's so I can give them orders to fly around. Buy a SETA drive because I'm going to be piloting this ship. Besides that, we'll get a trading system extension, which means I can initiate trade with any station that I have, like a, how do I want to say this? Like a vision on. I'm trying to think of an example. Well, okay, so I mentioned navigation satellites. If you drop a navigation satellite in a sector, it generally reveals everything in that sector. So that means I can be like, well, let me finish this. I'm going to buy that. I think that, oh, Fight MK software, I'll just buy this shit too. Alright, so I bought all that. I now have a Discoverer. And let me go back to what I was about to say. So, here we go. So let's say I drop a navigation satellite in the wall. Well, right now you can see that I don't have any current information on the wall, but dropping navigation satellites, which I will try to show here, will give you vision on all activity. You'll see all the ships flying around. It's like you're there yourself. And as long as you have vision on these stations, I can trade with these stations. So let's just say that this Argon trading station was actually a Argon shipyard. I could buy a ship there if I had a navigation satellite, even while I'm currently sitting in like Argon Prime. So that's why you want to drop navigation satellites. It allows you to trade with any station that they see, and there's also other benefits as well. But okay, so I am going to... how do I want to do this? I think I have navigation satellites on a trading vessel I have docked here as well. So let me go to... oh, let me go to landed ships. Let me go to my Mercury freighter. And I will change ships into that. There we go. Now I'm going to go into this screen, go into advanced freight exchange with my Discoverer. I'm going to go down to the navigation relay satellites. You can see that my Discoverer has none. Oh, I can't actually give it to it. Oh no. Did that change? I swear I was able to drop navigation relay satellites with Discoverers in the vanilla. Maybe the navigation has been changed. You see the M is showing its like the size of it. Oh shit.
Don't miss the special offers.
Okay, no problem, no problem. I will instead trade with the Centaur, and I'll give that some navigation satellites to drop around. In fact, I'll give them all. There we go. So I'll do that with the Centaur later. For now, let's go to landed ships, because I want to pilot the Discoverer. Go to the Discoverer, advanced, and change ship. Alright, I'm now in the Discoverer, and it is apparently parked outside. Alright, so let's undock. Oh, okay, that was weird. Alright, so here we are in our Discoverer. Very fast ship. And as long as this mod didn't change the asteroids in this game, I believe there should be some decent ones in Heron's Nebula. So I'm going to plot a course for the south gate there. Wait, can I not do that from here? Oh, because I don't have sight on it. Okay, no problem. We'll just autopilot to the north gate here. And hope my autopilot does not crash my ship into this. You know, actually, I'll manually fly this one here. That's fine. Whoops. Whoops.
Autopilot off.
Here we go. Alright, North Gate. North Gate is somewhere over here? Yeah, there it is. Okay, I see it. Sometimes, especially in these fast ships, when the autopilot is in charge and you're near a station, sometimes the ship is so fast that the autopilot cannot adjust and it will crash you into stations or anything else that's close. So with the fast ships, you kind of want to pilot them yourself most of the time, so that doesn't happen. Alright, so we're going to auto fly through here. That really sucks about the navigation satellite. I really thought maybe I didn't use the Discover in the vanilla game, but it's been so long I can't remember. Apologies. Alright, so yes, this is an asteroid heavy sector. So let me see if I can remember how to do this.
Ore mine M Alpha.
That is actually already a ore mine. Okay. As you can tell, because when I select it, there is a health bar, there's a shield bar. Here we go.
Asteroid.
Alright, so this just has a little asteroid symbol above it, meaning it has not been claimed.
Ore mine M Asteroid.
Let's head over here. How far do you have to be? Okay, here we go. So all you gotta do is just click on it, and then you see that scan. I think it's within... Oh, there, it's 18 kilometers. So when we get into 18 kilometers, I can scan this thing and see what kind of yield it gives. And the whole point of this... I guess I should kind of go over this real quickly. Let me go in range, and then I'll start talking some more. A lot of talking in these early episodes, because I'm assuming some people do not know much about the game. I mean, hell, I don't know all that much about the game, I think. So, my plan, okay, is to build a meat steak kahuna complex. For the Argon people, meat steak kahunas are like their food. That's all they eat 24/7. Almost, I think, every single station that is Argon requires meat steak kahunas to operate. So any of their weapons stations, shield stations, anything like that, you will need a meat steak kahuna, I believe. If my memory is still correct on this, which I think it is. So you're going to need meat steak kahunas, and I think almost every single station out there, if not every single one, requires energy cells. So you need the food of the race, so in this case it's meat steak kahunas, because that's what Argons eat, and you're going to need energy cells. Well, let me tell you this chain here. So meat steak kahunas, I think you need meat steaks, which are provided by a kahuna bakery? Or wait, no, a cattle ranch. So you need a cattle ranch to make the steaks, and then the steaks are turned into meat steak kahunas by the kahuna bakeries. The cattle ranch will need, well, actually everything will need energy cells. So you're going to need a solar power plant. A solar power plant to produce energy cells, I know this is a lot, will need crystals. Crystals are produced at a crystal fab, and to produce crystals you need, I think, a silicone wafers. To get silicone wafers, you need to mine them from a silicone asteroid. So I'm trying to start at the very base of the chain and get a silicon mine up and running to produce these wafers to give to the crystal fab to produce energy cells so that all my stations can run, and then I can start producing meat steak kahunas. I know that's a lot to take in. I will show the entire process, but I just wanted to go over real quick what my current plans are. So I'm going to scan. So this is a ore mine with a yield of 18. Gosh, I don't think that's really super high. So the higher the yield, the more like ore or silicone your mining base is going to be able to pull from that asteroid. I don't think 18 is that high. I think they get in the 30s. Again, my memory is a little fuzzy. I'm kind of learning this again as you all are as well. Alright, so this, again, the map on this game is amazing. Let me stop my ship here for just a moment. So, the sector map, this is going to actually show you where the asteroids are. So, what you can do, and it also shows you that you've already scanned this one. So, let's go and see if we can scan that. We can. I totally forgot that you can do this, so I'll scan. Alright, ore yield 29. A lot better. This one, I think, should be in range. Oh, should be in range? Actually, hold on. Let me do... Oh, there isn't just a a tab just for, I guess, asteroids. That is not in range. Anything else in range? Nope. 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 Okay. So I'm going to fly over here, and I can just double click on the sector map here, and my ship will autopilot there. So again, you're going to be spending a lot of time in this sector map. This map is amazing. It's like your RTS map, if you want to think about it that way. And I want to see if I can scan. There we go. That's an ore yield 21. I'm looking for a silicon mine. Silicon, yield 26. I think that's probably going to be one of the best ones we're going to find here, but I will continue to scan. I will double click up here to get closer. Oh, there's actually more asteroids too. Cool. And let's autopilot, or hit our set a drive to go faster. Press J again so I can scan this. Ore yield 13. Alright, double click up here. Set a drive activated. Set a drive off. Ore yield 25. So yeah. I think that's going to be about the best we're going to get is at 29. Let me just keep going around the sector though. Alright, let me scan. 43. Okay, I was wrong. Wow. 2 silicon asteroids that have a yield of 43 next to each other. That is probably going to become a complex. So you have stations, and then you have complexes. Complex is a series of stations attached to each other, and like kind of like working together. Wow, 2 silicon yield 43s right next to each other. That's awesome. Although actually it may not be right next to each other. Hold on, let me check the Z-axis. Oh god, how do you do that? Oh shoot, that's going to be important, especially when laying down stations. I need to see, because right now I think I'm looking at this as a X-axis, or am I looking at it as the Y? I can't remember. Shit. Oh, I cannot remember. I should have looked this up before. I apologize. I didn't even think about this. Let me look in the controls real quick, because that's going to be very important. Controls. Cockpit. No. Game. Okay, where is like map controls? Oh, great. It's not listed here. Interface? Sector map. Here we go. This must be it. Change map axis insert. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go back to the sector map here. Press insert. There we go. So yes, there are... This is going to be important when laying stations. Because like right now, these 2 asteroids look like they're pretty damn close to each other. But when we press oh, actually, that's the home key to zoom in. That's fine, I guess. Nope. Even on this axis, they are actually really close to each other. So the closer they are, the easier it is to build a complex. So that's good. So I'm going to be building a mine on there. And we have, it looks like, a couple more asteroids to scan. So let's do that. Ore yield 29. That seems to be pretty good. I'm not close enough to that. Let's press end to... There we go. So I'm not... Let me finish the scanning here. So yeah, there's not going to be any combat. Apologies if you want to combat. It says I'm like right... Oh, you know what? Let me change my axis here. Yep. See, like it looked like I was close, but I'm really not. So let me try this again. Alright, I should be close enough now. Silicon yield 6. That is terrible. Alright, so now that I've scanned all the mines,
Autopilot off.
I'm going to want to build a silicon station. To do that, I'm going to need a... what class is this? I wrote it down here. Yes, I still use paper. I believe it's a TL class transport ship. So, let me see if that Argon station has a TL. I'm going to go to the galaxy map, go back to Argon Prime. And I should be able to trade with the Argon shipyard simply because I have ships docked there. Even though it looks like it doesn't have actual site, I do have ships there. There we go. And I can do this because, again, I have the trading extension software. So I'm going to look for a Oh shit, this station doesn't actually have one. You can see up here, this is an M2, so if you remember, that is a destroyer. The Colossus is an M1, so I believe that's a carrier. And an Atlas is another destroyer, that's an M2. This does not have the transport I need. Let me go back to the sector map. Oops, the galaxy map, I'm sorry. Go all the way over here to Black Hole Sun, where I should still have a ship docked at this John Furco showroom. I do, very good. I have an Eclipse and a freighter there, too. Okay. Mammoth, that's what I want. So there is what I need, the TL Mammoth. This is the the Argon version of a TL that you will need to, move stations around. I believe every single race has one. I've only ever worked with the Mammoth simply because that's the first one I saw, and I just kind of grew attached to it. I like the ship design. So from all the way here in Argon Prime, I'm still going to be able to order this up. You can see it's 28 million to get. That's no problem for me.
Ship ordered at shipyard.
Alright, so it comes with Cargo Life Support System and Trade Software MK1. Cargo Life Support System, I guess, means it can also hold Marines. Or also take on any mission that involves transporting actual people around, if that is your thing. Alright, so we're now in the upgrade screen. I definitely am going to need to purchase some energy cells. Oh, I need to give this thing a jump drive. Oh, this is a perfect time to show you something that's pretty cool about this mod. I'll get to that in a moment, sorry. I'm kind of all over the place right now. So, crap, this thing runs on 2 gigajoule shields, right? I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. I did not check this ahead of time. Let's, of course, increase its cargo extension, engine tuning, rudder optimization. I will throw on an advanced scanner. Why not? It's an advanced scanner. I don't think I'll need a commodity logistics. Commodity logistics is a software I'll probably do another video on in the future. It's a very handy software to have. Fight MK command software, I just throw those on. Freight scanner, don't need that. Don't need mineral scanner. Navigation, I definitely do to give it orders. Sure, I'll probably be piloting it at some point, so give it a SETA drive. I don't remember what special command software does. I'll have to look that up myself. Supply command software, I think I will need. I'm gonna have to look that up as well to refresh my memory. Training system extension. Okay, and I'm gonna need energy cells. Does this place have? It probably does not. Well, actually, let me try this. Let me go into my property owned by pressing R. I'm gonna go down to my Mammoth. See if I can just trade. Yeah, it doesn't. Shoot. Shoot. I need energy cells. Oh, right. What am I saying? Right. I know, I'm all over the place. Again, apologies. It's a big game. So, in the vanilla game, you had to purchase jump drives from the station. You cannot, purchase the jump drive and then, exchange it with another ship. But in this mod, I think it's in Home of Light. I'm just going to do dock at, because I think that's where it's at. There are things called jump drive kits. And what that allows you to do is buy an actual kit, and it goes into your storage, and you can give that freight to another ship and then activate the jump drive and basically install it on that ship. So what I'm going to do is purchase a jump... Actually, what am I doing? I'm in a fighter. What I need to do is do that on my Centaur, because I can't carry a jump drive on this one. Duh. So let me go back to this and dock with the shipyard, so then I can go into my Centaur that actually has a jump drive and should have room to buy these jump drive kits. So now I can buy a jump drive kit from this TerraCorp HQ, which I'm going to go to, and then I can give that to my Mammoth and give it jump drive capabilities. Alright, so landed ships, go into my Centaur, advanced, change ship. I'm going to make sure that I have energy cells to give to the Mammoth so that it can jump over here in this side of space. So we would go to this screen, a freight exchange with my freighter, go down to energy cells, And go to the right. I'm just gonna, I can't take them all because I'm gonna need room for the jump drive. I'm not sure how long or how large or much space that's gonna take. So I'll do this.
Energy cells transfer.
Okay, now I'm going to undock. And I'm going to go to the south gate, which is over there. I'm going to go to the TerraCorp HQ and see if I can purchase one of these jump drive kits.
Gate, home of light.
It's unfortunate that the federal shipyard did not... Actually... you know what? I bet... it doesn't matter now. I already purchased the ship. There's another shipyard I think that I could have tried that's pretty close by where I wouldn't have needed to do a cross-galaxy jump, but oh well, whatever. It's a good good opportunity to show off these jump drive kits. Again, these... As far as I know, jump drive kits are not in the vanilla game. It's simply... or it's been put in because of the mod I'm using.
Autopilot off.
And I believe we get them from this TerraCorp HQ. So we're gonna dock, activate set of drive. Oh, actually, I can also probably show you dropping off a navigation satellite too. I'll do that too. Also, I should mention, autopilot. Oh, whoa, whoops! I did not mean to do that. Oh gosh, that you do not actually have to purchase your own transport ship. Like station transport ship. There are ships around, like I believe there's either one in this sector or an Argon Prime that you can actually hire, and you can have them purchase these stations, and they can, plant them wherever you want. But why hire a ship when you can buy a ship? And with the money you can get from the bartering, which I showed you in the last video, just get enough money to buy your own ship. But I thought I'd let you know there is also the option of hiring big ships to do that stuff. Alright, so trade. There it is. Jump drive deployment kit. So we're going to purchase one of those for our mammoth that is on the other side of the system, or the galaxy.
Jump drive.
Are there any energy cells here too? Yeah. Alright, let me buy just some extra energy cells as well.
Energy cells bought.
And is there anything else I want to get for me? See, because typically you had to buy a jump drive, and it installed, and you couldn't really get rid of it. But now you got these jump drive deployment kits, which I think is really cool. All right, I think that's all I need here. There you go. It's $3 million for the trade command software MK3 that I was talking about in the beginning of this video. It's really expensive. All right, so let me show you if I can remember, how to deploy these satellites. Let's see. I want to... Typically, you want to go into like the center of the sector. And then let me switch the axis here. And you want it to be a little bit out of the way. So I'm going to travel, I guess, north, if you want to call it that. And I'm going to deploy the satellite up here. You want to do this because you don't want anybody to just run into the satellite. Let's do a little bit more. Alright, so let me see if I can remember how to do this. So, let me go F for freight. And I should be able to just drop it. Eject select amount, eject one.
Navigation relay satellite ejected.
And let me fly straight. You can crash into your own satellite. It should eject behind you. So to be safe before you turn around or anything, just fly in a straight line. Now I believe... you can see the satellite on the mini-map there. It's green. And I think that worked. Because I think... Yeah. Because I don't think my Centaur has that scanner range. So there you go. And that's as easy as it is. Or that's how easy it is. You just eject it from your cargo hold. Make sure you check just the one. And it automatically activates. And I now have permanent sight for as long as the satellite is functioning in this sector. So... And I'll probably just show that again after I make my jump here. Shift J to activate my jump drive. We're going to go to Black Hole Sun. And go to the West Gate, because that's the closest to the John Furco showroom. Hit J to make this faster.
20,
I'll check the sector map of Home of Light just to double check that the satellite does work. So, Home of Light, enter. There you go. See? And now from here, I can go to TerraCorp HQ, and I can... Wait, what? Oh, I don't... Does that not sell ships? Maybe it doesn't sell ships. I thought it did. Well, anyway, you see that I can see all these ships flying in and out. So it's cool. You really want to deploy navigation satellites in every single system that you can. Again, you want to deploy them out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to go over to the John Furco showroom. You can see that's my ship right there.
John Furco.
I'm going to autopilot.
Autopilot activated.
These things are massive. They're as big as the carriers or destroyers. And it's all mine. Turn off the set of drive so you can just kind of see exactly how massive these things are. They're big ships. Alright, so let me see if I can do this correctly. This will be the first time I actually do this. So we want to go up to the current ship screen, advanced, and freight exchange with our Mammoth. And we want to give it the jump drive deployment kit. There we go. We also are going to want to give it some energy cells so that it can make the jump back to the other side of the galaxy. I'll do about that. I think that's all we're going to do. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go to landed ships. Go to the Mammoth and change ship. Boom, we are now in the Mammoth, in that giant ship. Look how easy it is. Look how cool it is. Look what X Rebirth is missing out on. Okay, so now to actually activate it, if I remember correctly, I need to assign a hotkey to activate. Let me undock. Show you a different camera angle. Look at this, it's massive. These things are flipping massive. And this thing is a pretty slow ship too. As you can see, I am at full power. It's slowly moving faster and faster. And you really need to be careful with these things. I mean, it's sometimes best to pilot it from this kind of camera angle so you know exactly if you're going to crash into anything. You do not want to crash into anything. That's a bad thing. Just look how massive this ship is. It's so awesome. I really like the design of the Argon ships. I will be getting into the split ships sometime later in the series as well, because I do want to pilot a few of those. And look at that, you can see my my Centaur right there. Hello, Centaur. You're an awesome ship. Alright, so we are made it successfully away from the dock, mostly. I can now slow it down, and I'm going to have to assign a hotkey. Let me see if it should be in controls somewhere. Honestly, I may have to look this up and end the video here. I may have to go to the thread of this mod and see. There should be something that just says like activate. It may not even be in the screen. Navigation. I guess it makes it easy by looking for things that just says not bound. Bartered goods, freight exchange, unfocused jump. No. Interface. I'm sorry about this, everybody. I know I'm trying to show this off to you, but this is the first time I've done it, so here we go, extensions. This must be where it's at. Jump drive deployment kit. Okay, not bound. Let's press enter and add a control. Select the control to assign action to jump drive deployment kit. Oh man, what's a key that I don't use? Shit, I don't even know. Let's say the 0 key. Okay. Apply. So I should... yes, save changes. So hitting 0 should activate the jump drive kit. Incoming message. Jump drive deployment control. Select... Okay, on which object do you wish to deploy a jump drive? Selecting a station or carrier will initiate deployment on any player-owned jump drive compatible docked ships with a jump drive deployment kit in their cargo bay in addition to the carrier. So... Player ship.
Command accepted.
It's detected. Deployment initiated. Please wait.
Jump drive ready.
Yes! So it worked, right? Freight bay. Yep. Install ship extensions. There you go. How awesome is that? That's so awesome. As, I mean, a player who's played the vanilla game, maybe it's not as exciting for people who have never played this game before, but for me, that's freaking awesome. That you can just have these deployment kits and just dish them out to whoever you need them to. That's really cool. So now we are going to hit Shift J. We're going to jump back into... I think it's actually going to have to be Home of Light. Wait, what am I saying? What am I saying? Hold on. I think we may be able to buy the ships or the stations here. John Frickle Showroom. Yeah. Right here. Silicon Mine M. Okay, so the M, the L, that actually kind of tells you the M does manufacture less than the L, but also requires more energy cells to also make. At the bottom, or in the description of this video, I'm going to show you a link to a station calculator, which helped me a lot in the vanilla game. I don't know for sure if anything has changed with this mod to make that calculator obsolete. I'm going to hope not, because this calculator is an excellent way for you to kind of put together station complexes that can make a lot of money. It'll tell you exactly how much money they make. It'll tell you exactly what else you need to make the complex run. It's an amazing tool. So I'm going to link that in this description and pray that the mod that I'm using does not change the stations to the point where you cannot use that station calculator, because that thing is like essential, I think, when planning stations. So I'm going to do that in the link below, but for right now, I know that I'm going to purchase...
You cannot buy this factory at the moment.
Oh, right, because I'm not docked. I'm stupid. Let me autopilot dock. This is going to take a while. And the ship's going to turn around. Man, yeah, these things, if you're in a sector that is just crowded with ships and stations, and you try to autopilot one of these things, oh boy. Get ready for a fun time. Just docking at certain stations, just, oh, it's so annoying. Like, it's honestly best for you to, if you know where the docking line, like you see these lights, if you know where those are going to be, it's best for you to line the ship up first and then autopilot. Because trust me, it can take a long time, depending on what station you're trying to dock at. So we're going to dock back here. I'm going to go into trade, and I'm going to purchase the silicone mine. I think you have to purchase one at a time.
Silicon mine bought.
Buy another one, because I know that I'm going to have the two, because I found those two high yield ones next to each other. Because I want to plan on this being a complex. And to do that, to actually connect a station with another station, you need a complex construction kit. So if I was only going to build these two silicon mines, I would only need one to connect them. So I'm going to buy one.
Complex construction kit.
And this is the point in the video where I am going to end, and I'm going to try out the station calculator that I'm going to link below and see if the prices here match the calculator. If these prices match with the calculator, then I'm going to assume everything else is going to be the same and that you can use that calculator to plan your stations in this game. If it's not, I will put up an annotation right here letting you know that the station calculator is not going to be the perfect tool to use in a modded version of X3. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. We're gearing up to actually lay down these station silicone mines in the next episode. We're going to link them together, make a complex that is going to be producing crystals to ship to us. Actually, well, we'll get into that next in the next episode. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. So, and again, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your feedback and comments in the description or in the comment section below. Let me know if I missed anything. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.